Good morning from Mexicali. We get a lot of people asking us about work. Like, what do we do for work here in Mexicali that you live in Mexico? And then I see that all the time, like on groups that people want to move to Mexico. Like, there's like a lot of moving to Mexico groups on Facebook, and people always ask, like, what do you do for work? Like, how can I get a job there? Like, what should I do? And that's something that you should probably think about before moving here for sure. So for me personally, I don't work. I'm medically retired. I have a terminal illness, but I am able to manage it with medication. So right now I'm good. I've got a really good quality of life. Everything's great. But my husband, he has to work. So he works in the United States. We live on the border, right, between Mexicali and Calexico, which is Mexicali or Mexico and California. And so he crosses every single day. Many people out here do the same thing. But I think like what people don't talk about is how hard it is to live on the border and then cross daily to go to work. You're adding like an hour to probably 4 hours of your day, including your work shift. You have to sometimes sleep in your car, or people rent rooms, right? Because they can't always come home. Things happen. And you think like it sounds like really super easy, like, oh, I just live across the border, like I can go to work and everything's fine. um, but it's not that easy. I mean, it's really not that easy, and logistically, like, some days are really freaking long. Another thing that we hear a lot is like, oh, well, you're making dollars and you can bring them back to Mexico and you can live such a better life. And yes, we are blessed to be able to do that for sure, because so many people can't do that. Um, but it's not like super cheap here on the frontera for anybody really to live. I don't even know how honestly people are doing it in Mexicali. Some of the wages that they're paying and some of the rents and the groceries and everything else, with the inflation, like, dude, I mean, let's be real. Like, between like gas and of course I have American bills, but it ain't easy. The money, you still gotta stretch it as much as you can. And let's talk about the job pool in Imperial Valley. There isn't a lot of jobs here. Definitely got like some field work for sure. And then you've got CDL driving. Like, that's like really popular here. My husband does have a CDL. And so at the beginning, when we first moved here, like, that's what he was doing. But he also has like a degree in cybersecurity and is studying to be a lawyer. So he's been trying to get out of trucking for a while, and it's really hard. He actually had to go to San Diego for a while just to find a job, like warehouse job. He was sleeping in the car for like 5 days a week, and then he'd come home until like this whole thing with the war and wherever the heck with Iran or whatever, and the gas prices started going through the roof, and some of them were like $6 to $7 in San Diego. And you're making $600 a week. You're spending gas of like 250, like sleeping in your car, like, bro, it ain't even worth it. So between here and Imperial Valley, Yuma, there isn't a lot of jobs. So a lot of people, what I have seen though, when people do move to Mexico, is a lot of people work remotely with companies that they've already been established with, right? They also like some of them work like remotely, for with as a 1099, so like a contractor, maybe sales, maybe telemarketing. I've seen people like teaching English online, travel agencies, that kind of thing. So I know there's jobs out there that people do, obviously do, right? But I'm just sharing our experience, and again, like what it's like to live on the border. So we have been blessed that my husband found a job as an IT director, and in this last month, and so it's been a year process, yeah. But we're super blessed because of that, and so that definitely is going to give us like some stability that we really needed in our lives. But the dream of the moving to Mexico dream, and your dollars are going to go a long way, and it's going to be really easy. Again, not the case. Just literally like the American dream right now. It's not the case. Literally, both sides of the border, it's economically hard for everybody. I know this video is kind of long, and I want to definitely thank you guys for taking time to check it out. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thank you.